All right, thanks, Tucker. How much do you trust your fellow Americans?
A new study shows that 2/3 of Americans feel most people can't be trusted, the lowest it's ever been. So what is the cause for this decline? Joining us now is Fox News religion contributor, Father Jonathan Morris. Good morning to you. Now, is part of this because we're so detached from one another through Facebook and Twitter, or what's the reason?
I think there's a lot to that. I don't think it's just that people have gotten so much worse over the decades and over the years. But there is a huge disconnectedness among people today. Let me just give you an example. It used to be that you knew the people you worked with because they grew up around you. You knew their parents, you knew their family, you knew them when they were kids. It's so different now. Now you know them just as they are right now, today, or over the last 6 months or year that you got to know them. It's very different. That disconnectedness makes trust hard. Why? Because trust has to do with getting to know somebody so well, so deeply, and having gone through so much with them that you can predict what they will do in the future. That's trust.
It seems like it kind of seems odd given the fact that we think that we're more connected now than ever before. Our smartphones, we're constantly online, we're constantly connected, texting friends, having that communication. But really, I guess, in many ways, this is leading to this larger disconnection.
Well, it's a good point, and both of you brought that up about Facebook, Twitter, for example. Every day I send out a little prayer on my Twitter, on my Facebook page, and I get messages from people sometimes saying, "Is this really you? Is this you who's sending this?"
Yeah.
And there's a distance, right? It's amazing that we can connect with all these new people. But how are we connecting with them? It's a little bit more superficial.
Those beeps you're hearing on your Facebook page right now.
Is that people are commenting?
You're commenting right now. You better check in on that.
New friends.
But how do we combat this, Father? I mean, if we have all of these trust issues right now, where we lock our doors. I mean, growing up, you wouldn't really lock your doors a lot. You hear stories all the time how you just would go to the store, not even worry about locking up your house, and you've got the security alarms in your house. We're so distrustful. How do you turn it around?
Well, from a very spiritual point of view, I would say there's only one person you can ultimately trust, and that is God. That's the ultimate answer. But yes, it's good to have close friends whom you can trust, a spouse you can trust. And that means deciding that I'm going to spend time and give time to close friendships. And we might not be able to trust everyone, but we can trust the people who we've made the effort to get to know very deeply.
And how important is it to actually work on this, work on trusting other people? Because doesn't it, in the end, really hurt ourselves?
I think one way to work on it, I think it's very important, is to decide among those you're closest to, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, neighbors, siblings, that you're not going to text all the time, but you're going to actually pick up the phone and call. You're not going to just decide we're in touch constantly, so we don't really need dates. We don't need time together. That's not true. Human beings need close contact, deeply getting to know each other in order to have that trust. Right. And trust builds confidence and faith and joy.
Have a meal with somebody instead of send them a text message.
Exactly.
Father Jonathan Morris, nice to see you this morning.
Thank you very much, guys.